text, he knew darn well what he was talking about.
Oh, he totally did. And nobody with an ounce of intelligence watching today is buying anything that Peter Strzok is trying to sell, and neither did the Inspector General on page 497 of his report. He said that text message, we're going to stop Trump from being elected president, and other messages are, quote, not only indicative of a biased state of mind, but imply a willingness to take official action to impact a presidential candidate's electoral process. What is that? In legal terms, that is obstruction of justice. These text messages reveal Strzok's nefarious design, together with McCabe and Comey and Page and others. I mean, remember that just days before that Stop Trump text message, that Strzok is the guy who signed the official documents launching the FBI investigation of Trump over these specious allegations of colluding with Russia.
We've got to take a break. I know, David, I promise we'll get back to you. Sarah will get back to you. We're in London. Hannity tonight at 9. Trey Gowdy. Big protest here in London, right where we're staying, by the way. We'll be in the middle of all of it. Oh, gee, what fun. They're going to have to wear a disguise. Although not that many people recognize me so far, which is good. What's that? Wait, it's my hat and glasses.
It's your hat and glasses.
Yeah, okay. That's, but anyway, we'll come back. Explosive hearings. We've got it covered. The media, of course, lying and spitting. It's actually, it's worse than what they did when Clinton was president. Quick break, right back. Sean Hannity Show from London.
Before you dig news center. I'm Mark Woolsey with the Georgia News Network. Suburban Atlanta resident and Buffalo Bills running back LaShawn McCoy is lawyering up, hiring a high-profile defense attorney to defend himself from domestic violence allegations. McCoy's ex-girlfriend, Alicia Gordon, was beaten after an intruder forced his way into McCoy's home. Police have said the attack was targeted and that the attacker asked for specific items. McCoy was reportedly trying to evict Gordon from the home. A hearing in the case was set for mid-August. McCoy says he was in Miami when the incident happened. Members of a church in Douglas, Georgia, are back home after an unexpectedly long sojourn in Haiti. The group from Grace Point Church was on a mission trip when they were told to shelter in place due to rioting in Haiti because of higher fuel prices.
The initial thought was just concern for their safety.
Chris Watson is the church pastor. He says their minds were greatly eased when they learned that the missionaries were in a safe space. The group returned to Douglas yesterday. Campaign finance reports released this week apparently show that the Georgia governor's race has become the most expensive in state history. GOP candidate and Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle led in the money-collecting derby, followed by Democrat Stacey Abrams. Some city employees in Columbus say their main city building is not safe. The Columbus Government Center has flooded twice in the last month or so. Some employees are complaining of mold. Columbus resident Tony Moore says it's time for a change. He told WTVM News Later 9.
I mean, the Government Center right now is real old, and obviously with the last two flooding issues they've had, it's time, I think, that they build a new building.
Some city leaders are weighing that as a possibility. City officials say, by the way, they've run tests and there are no mold issues. I'm Mark Woolsey, GNN News.
The Georgia Vector Center in Warner Robins is opening doors for veterans, active duty, reserve, guard personnel, and their families transitioning into Georgia's public institutions of higher education and the civilian workforce. As a statewide one-stop shop, we provide career counseling, educational coaching, workforce training, and links to valuable community resources. The center also offers accelerated training opportunities in high-demand strategic industries. Visit GAVECTR.org to learn how we can help you make the transition from service to civilian.
Landscaping, spring tree planting, septic issues, whatever the digging project, contact Georgia 811 online or by phone at least 2 business days before you begin, even for something as simple as a mailbox installation. Use this free service for every digging project every time. Know what's below. Contact Georgia 811 to keep yourself, your home, and your community safe. Keep vital underground utilities intact. Visit Georgia811.com or dial 811. Safe digging
And now a complete look at that forecast from the GNN Weather Center.
Perhaps the best chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, then diminishing as we get into the weekend before they pick up again next week, I'm afraid. 50-50 chance of locally heavy showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, 30% chance of evening showers and thunderstorms, 70 for tonight. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms again, high mid-80s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad O'Clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Days, evenings, and weekends. Convenient care at Hamilton Physician Group Catoosa campus has you covered. We're open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekends. Hamilton is here to care for you and your family at days and times that suit your schedule and with no appointment needed. Most insurance plans are accepted. Call 706-965-4060. Hamilton Physician Group Catoosa campus. Next to Zaxby's on Alabama Highway.
Alzheimer's and dementia are two of the fastest-growing medical challenges facing seniors today. If you have a loved one in need of memory care, there's a new state-of-the-art senior living home nearby, Tranquility of Dalton. With dedicated memory care accommodations to provide quality, loving care to your parent or loved one, come live among friends at Tranquility of Dalton, Northwest Georgia's choice for senior living. Executive Director Teresa Carter and staff invite you to learn more at tranquilityofdalton.com.
Because North Georgia's favorite talk station, WLJ, Houston 1230. He gives you the latest breaking news when he hits the air. This is the Sean Hannity Show.
All right, as we continue, Sean Hannity Show, we're in London today. We'll get back to Greg and Sarah and David Schoen in a second. There's some amazing moments that we still haven't gotten to from the hearing. Bob Goodlatte pointing out that we don't want to read text messages dripping of bias or reading the FBI director's predetermined outcome of an investigation and telling Democrats to imagine if Hillary was the target of this biased investigation. And then you have this little exchange with Goodlatte, Nadler, and Sheila Jackson-Lee arguing over Strzok exercising attorney-client privilege to not answer questions. Okay, once you start answering questions, you don't go back. One of the rules. Anyway, listen to this.
This is precisely why our joint investigation is such an anomaly. We want the FBI and the Department of Justice to be off the front pages and to return to doing what they are best at, battling crime, terrorism, and espionage, and protecting all of us from harm. We don't want to read text message after text message, dripping with bias against one of the two presidential candidates. We don't enjoy finding compelling evidence that the FBI director had predetermined the outcome of the case months in advance. But that is, thus far, what we have found. And these are only small pieces of the larger puzzle. The more information we acquire, the more interviews we conduct, and the more sources we contact, the more we learn. It has unfortunately taken a great deal of effort to get our executive branch agencies to cooperate with our legitimate congressional oversight. But we have made substantial progress, and it is a credit to our investigative task force members and staff. For all those in this room who continue to disparage our investigation as mere conspiracy theory, and for all those who have chosen to ignore serious irregularities and potential crimes that we have uncovered, I say this: imagine if you were under investigation and the investigator hated you, disparaged you in all manner of ways, and fraternized with another employee working on your case who also hated you, denigrated your supporters, and made crucial investigative decisions on how your case should be treated and eventually adjudicated. Would anyone sitting here today believe that this was an acceptable